Annette, and welcome to my Writing on Wednesdays, where I give practical tips for speaking and writing. And today's Writing on Wednesday video is 3 tips on editing your book. I'm in the middle of writing another fiction book and editing it, and this is my least favorite part about writing and speaking. I really do not like the editing part. It's actually the part where I'm wanting to throw the book, throw the manuscript. I just really dislike it. But it is necessary so that you will have an excellent product. God is excellent in all his work, and because we are his children, his people, he wants us to do excellent work too. Now, I don't mean perfect, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Not perfect, but strive for excellence. So the number one tip, the first tip, is to use spell check on Word. People ask me, how do you edit your books? I use Word to write my books, and I have templates that I bought from my coach Shelly Hitz years ago, and that set me free to just start writing my books. I can type right into the Word document, into the template, and that enables me to not even have to think about things like margins at the top or the bottom or on the side, where to put the chapter headings. It is just a wonderful tool that I bought that I absolutely love and I recommend to other people. And that helps me also with, I can spell check because it's on Word. Spell checks the spelling, it checks the grammar, it even checks other things like conciseness, formality. And if you don't have spell check, if you don't have Word, there are other softwares you can buy for spelling and grammar and to do editing on your manuscript. There is Grammarly, Pro Writing Aid, and these are all different costs, anywhere from free on up to several $100s. Grammarly, Pro Writing Aid, Scrivener, which is great for fiction writers, AutoCrit, Hemingway app, After the Deadline, and there's more out there. So you can Google on editing software for your book, and these will pull up on Google, and they will tell you the price, they will tell you the pros and the cons. So that's the first thing, is I use spell check, and I usually do at least 3 edits on spell check, usually more than that. Like right now with this fiction book, I've done about 5 edits and I'm not done. I'm probably doing my final proof today, and that leads to the second thing that I do, and my second tip for you, which is to print out your manuscript to catch the mistakes. There's something about seeing it in black and white in print that helps you to catch the mistakes faster and easier. So I did that this week, a couple of days ago. I printed it out, and then I got my Sharpie pen, which is my favorite pen in the whole world. I need to buy stock in them. Sharpie Ultrafine Black Pen is my favorite. I like the other colors too, but this is my favorite pen. Or you can use a red pen, whatever you want to use, blue, purple, green. So I circled the mistakes that I find, or, you know, if I want to rewrite a part and I think, that doesn't really sound right, or I want to change that, I mark it with my pen, and then I go back through on my manuscript on my laptop, and I implement those edits. And I did that yesterday, and that takes quite a bit of time. It's one reason I hate it. It's not a fast process, but we want to strive for excellence because God is excellent. And then the third tip I have for you, if you don't trust yourself, for example, I had one of my first clients. She didn't even want to write a book. I mean, she wanted to write a book, but she was afraid to write it so bad. She said, I'm a terrible speller. I don't think I can write a book. She needed confidence. And I was like, that's okay. You can use spell check. You can hire an editor. A lot of people that are highly intelligent people don't spell very well. And it's not a lack of intelligence. It's just a trouble area for a lot of people. Same thing with grammar. So, you know, even if you've taken English classes, that might not be your strong area. So I encouraged her to do it anyway. She could hire an editor. She could use spell check or another software program. And now she's written 4 or 5 books. So she's gone and found the tools to help her to fix those spelling mistakes and those grammar mistakes. But you can hire an editor. Now, I did this once with my my memoir, Promises in the Dark. Hannah Moon was my editor. She did an excellent job. And for that book, I wanted to make very sure that it was the most excellent product I could possibly produce. And so I hired her and Christine Dupree to do the graphic design on the book. It is absolutely beautiful. Let me grab it real quick to show you. And this is my life story. This is my testimony. If you haven't read it before, Promises in the Dark, One Woman's Search for Authentic Love. That is available on Amazon. So she did an excellent job. Christine did on the front and the back cover and on the spine. It is gorgeous. And then Hannah did the inside where she formatted it and she edited it. Just a beautiful job inside and out. And I love it. I'm very proud of that book. So it's called Promises in the Dark. You can get it at Amazon. But if you don't feel comfortable editing it yourself, or you've done an edit but you want a professional editor, you can hire one. Ask your other author friends, other entrepreneurs. You can find them on Fiverr, also the website Fiverr. And just remember, there is no perfect book. There is no perfect book because only Jesus is perfect. So forget perfect. And I want to share this verse with you. Strive instead for excellence. Okay, 2 Peter 1:3. Now for this very reason also, applying all diligence in your faith, supply moral excellence, and in your moral excellence, knowledge. So go for excellence, not perfect. Only Jesus is perfect. Let perfect go. And remember that done trumps perfect. Get it done. Doesn't have to be perfect. That perfectionism will trip you up. I know, because I've struggled a lot with that. So just to recap, two examples of an excellent woman are in Ruth 3:11, and the Proverbs 31 woman, that whole chapter. So read that. Do a study on excellence in the Bible. God is excellent, and there's a lot of verses about it. So to recap, number one is you can use spell check on Word, Microsoft Word, on your manuscript, or you can use other software programs to help you with editing, your spelling, and your grammar. Grammarly, Pro Writing Aid, Scrivener, AutoCrit, Hemingway app, and After the Deadline. Those are just a few. There's others out there. So those are software programs you can get either for free or you can buy them to help you edit your spelling and your grammar. Number two is print out the manuscript. Print it out and get your pen, and you can catch your mistakes that way. You can catch spelling, you can catch grammar, you can catch content mistakes, but primarily you're looking for spelling and grammar mistakes. You can do the rewriting also. And then number three is you can hire an editor. That way, a professional editor who will go through your manuscript and help you to write that book and get it done. It's important to have finishing power. And one tip I have given the clients that I work with is do not have a bunch of people reading your manuscript, editing it for spelling and grammar and content. If you get too many voices, you're going to get confused. And I also say everyone has an opinion, just like a belly button. And you might get someone out there that absolutely hates your writing and is very negative and critical. You don't want that. You want to be surrounded by people that support you, that pray for you, that encourage you, and cheer you on to the writing finish line. And I am that person too. You can do this. You can get your book written and published. Even this year, there's still time. So if you would like more help with that, you can contact me at my website at bethjones.net. I do a flat fee of Zoom coaching call for 1 hour for $50. I also have other coaching packages. I also have virtual trainings for speakers and writers now, and they're coming up this year and next year. So be blessed and have a beautiful day. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Let me know what you use for editing your manuscripts. or the experience you've had with editors. I know some people have had editors that they have very negative experiences and they're not going to hire an editor again. They're just going to do it themselves. They actually found mistakes even after the editor went through it. So remember, it's your book and you want it to be the best book possible, and just be led by the Holy Spirit. That's the most important thing. So I got to run. I've got a coaching client coming up actually today and then another tomorrow. So I hope you have a great day. Talk to you later.